Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with InvestFourMore, and we are in snowy Colorado this morning and outside a house flip that we are working on. So we're going to do a progress video here real quick and ask you some questions about our contractors and if I'm being too strict or tough on them. But there is good news that we'll talk about here as well based on that same subject. So it's -3 right now in the morning, so I do have my coat on today. It's a little chilly. We're in a cold snap right now, but we'll take a look at the house and hopefully get warm as well. We're stopping by to look at a house here real quick, and yes, it's -3 outside right now. A little chilly in Colorado. One thing that really bothered me last week, and that's the main reason I came here, was this empty driveway. But it wasn't empty last week. A contractor who we've just started using recently was parked his brand new trailer in the driveway, and as you can see, there's not really that much room to get your trailer in there, so he was parked on the grass as well. And I posted this on Instagram and TikTok, and I was so surprised about how many people said I was being too strict, too tough on contractors to ask them not to park in the grass. Then they said our grass was horrible and the house is horrible and it didn't matter anyway. So anyway, yes, it's winter in Colorado, obviously. When I showed the videos before, there was no snow, but this is not a bad neighborhood. It's actually kind of a neat neighborhood, and this house has a really big lot. And sure, it needs some work, but so do most of the houses we buy. And I don't think that should matter anyway, as far as what condition the house is in or what it looks like, how you treat properties. So that's my big question right now is, was I being too crazy or too strict to complain about him parking on the grass? And I think he probably saw the message because it's moved now. But it wasn't just the fact that he's on the grass, but the fact that we just had a contractor meeting a week before that, where we discussed different things we like from our contractors, how to make us happy, how to get more jobs, because we do have quite a few contractors working with us. And, you know, the people who do the best job are the ones who get the most work from us over and over again. So if you want to get more work from us, you know, please do these things. And one of the main things we talked about, mostly Nikki runs those meetings, is don't park on the grass. He literally bought a trailer and parked it on the grass after that meeting. So that was something else that was a little concerning. So let me know what you think on that. Love to hear your thoughts on that. And then we have something else to talk about here in the garage as well, along those same lines. Okay, so a little bit about this house. We bought it for $218,000 from a wholesaler a few months ago. As you can see, the windows are in. This is the house that we did the progress video on a few weeks ago, and we're still waiting on the windows. They're in now, so yay, that's nice. You can see the hardwood floors were already done. We talked about that before. Our hardwood guy is super backed up, so we kind of get that done in odd times, not exactly, you know, when you always want to get that done, but we have to fit into his schedule. This upstairs is close to being ready for paint. Obviously, we still need some light fixtures, but it's usually best to do paint before you put the lights in. Those windows are in. Making progress. The bathroom still needs some work, as you can see. And hold on a second. I do have somewhat of a light here, so we can see the floor is in, the bathtub is in. We just did our bath remodel video, how much it costs to remodel a bath. And as you can see, or kind of see, this is one of those surrounds that we used, not actual tile. Saves us $500 to $1,500 to do that, literally. It's crazy how expensive tile can be because of the labor. But this house is making progress. And we're probably gonna spend $40,000 to $50,000 in the rehab on this house. And the ARV, or after repaired value, when we're done with it, should be around $330,000. So a lot of the people on Instagram and TikTok complaining about our house, we're thinking this is like a $50,000 house, and who cares about the lawn? You can park on it anyway. But that is not the case. And like I said before, like if you're working for someone, if you're a contractor and you have a client, are you really determining if you should park on their lawn based on the value of their house? Like that just seems crazy to me. But anyway, here's the kitchen. and this is something else we're going to talk about too. As you can see, there's nothing here. But the cabinets are in the garage. So I have not been in the garage yet. We're going to open up right now and see how the other item we want to talk about went, because I don't know if we have lights in there. Maybe we do. I have my trusty, amazing flashlight here. Another thing Nikki mentioned in our contractor meeting is, hey, when you get supplies, when you get kitchen cabinets, open them up, check them out, make sure they're not broken, make sure that they are the right sizes. Because if we have them sitting in a house for 2 months, and then you open them up, and you say, oh, look, we have the wrong size, we need to get a new one. Well, for one, it can take weeks to get a new cabinet, and if we've had it for months, Home Depot, a lot of times will say, hey, you've had this 2 months, we can't replace it, we can't go back and fix this, it's been too long, so it costs us money. So, here are the cabinets. And the big question is that open? That is, sure doesn't look like they're open. They are still sealed in the box. This is probably 2 or 3 weeks ago that we had the meeting saying, hey, open up the cabinets to make sure they're not broken. This one, is this one? That one's open. That one, is that open? Well, 1 or 2 might be open. The rest are still sealed. So again, you know, it's not a big deal to, when you get these, open them up, make sure that they are the right size, make sure they aren't damaged, especially when we just talk about that and that contractor actually mentioned in the meeting, oh yeah, it's a really good idea to do that. So we'll see how it goes. But like I said, doesn't necessarily mean we're going to fire this contractor, not use them all the time. But it does sometimes mean, hey, you're not high on the priority list for new jobs. Some of the other contractors might be. All right, so we will head down to the basement. Again, I don't think there are lights down here, but I was smart enough to turn on my phone light. Nope. So we are making progress down here as well. Most of the drywall is done and textured, but as you can see, we still need trim. We still need doors. We still need some heat vents and some outlets, but again, a lot of that can be done after paint, but we do need trim and doors. So that is something that still needs to be done. Before, when we bought this house, this was kind of a kitchen where I'm standing right now. This is all torn up down here, so it looks way better. And then I believe we have new windows down here as well. And then here's the bathroom. Again, as you can see, the flooring is in, and we use the surround for that shower too. So again, saves us so much money on install and materials to use those as opposed to tile. And here's the other bedroom right here. So that is the house. I know a lot of you asked to see the backyard last time I did a progress video. So we'll walk back there again, even though it's -3. Maybe it's up to -2 by now. And we'll see how much stuff is back there. I don't think we've cleaned out much because we're waiting till, well, nicer weather, and we didn't need to clean it out yet. But we'll go check out the backyard now. Oh yeah, it feels way warmer out here now. And yes, I will eventually do a video on the Raptor. It's been a fun truck. Much different than a car. I still have, my Audi S4. And I drove it the other day. My wife and I went out on date night for my birthday. And it's just so different driving that car compared to the truck. It's like, man, this is so light and nimble and easy, but I still do like the truck. But I'm also a car person deep down in heart. So here is the well that we really should have covered. It's not covered yet, but I was the one who destroyed that door doing my first video. That was on the video as well when I did that. That was fun. But as you can see, we still have quite a few things out here that we need to clean up. Oh yeah, and the dirt bike is still there. Someone told me this is worth money. I don't know that much about dirt bikes. It's obviously in pieces, but Someone told me that's worth something. I don't want it, so somebody wants to offer us some money for it, we'll certainly entertain offers. And then, yeah, we still have the camper shed is, of course, still here with the tires, which are such a huge pain to get rid of. And then, yes, the house backs to a park. So that's also a pretty cool feature. It does back to a little ditch as well, which usually has some water in it, but not a ton of water. And that, oh, lots of random pieces of plywood back here. I don't know why we're not using that in the house, but that's another story. No. And then, what that is, oh, board. And there's the back of the house. All right, thanks for watching. Appreciate all your support, comments, likes, shares. Keep those coming. If you have any input on our contractor questions, love to hear what they are. If I'm being too strict, or if, not being strict enough, that, hey, we're hiring you to do a job. We have, pretty clear guidelines on how things are done. It's not super difficult things to do. And it'd be great if you could do them, because the reason we have these rules is we've had major problems before that cause us money, like giant ruts in our yards that used to be somewhat nice. So we'll see. All right, thanks for watching again. We'll be back with many more videos coming up here soon. More house flips, more advice videos, more rental property videos. And yeah, look forward to seeing your comments on this one. As you can see, it is still -3 as wrong. It has not warmed up yet.